welcome to this episode of our program. Well, today, as usual, we are having an in-depth look to the local and international press headlines, and we have with us for discussion Mr. Mohamed Elalfy, who is political and economic expert, and we thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you very much.
We start from Ahram Online, and Egypt's Prime Minister Biblawi assures Saudi leader of growing stability following Morsi's ouster. Prime Minister Hazem Biblawi met on Tuesday with Saudi Arabia Crown Prince and Defense Minister Salman bin Abdulaziz in discussions that focused on the future of bilateral relations between the two countries and means to enhance them. Biblawi confirmed to the Saudi leader that Egypt has witnessed growing stability and that the interim government has paved the road for the upcoming cabinet and elections. Indeed.
Yeah.
Yes.
I wish that Dr. Biblawi has on his own agenda, the real Egyptian agenda, to negotiate about economic agreements with the Saudi government. That is number one, because unfortunately we're still using the traditional ideas to attract the others to invest in our country.
What do you mean by the usual ideas of attracting others?
They still attracting others to ask them to construct capital cities around the capital city or South Sinai in all the projects. But we must have, we must for our future to provide to the others, even governments or investors all over the world, new files, new projects,
ideas of projects.
Yes, ideas of project. For example, I talked before about new economic city for Egypt in the north coast to attract more investors from all over the world, not from the Arab countries only, and to create a million of jobs. And this, for example, this project will have agriculture sector, industrial sector, airports, ports, complete life to receive between 7 to 10 millions. Because Egypt in 2017 will exceed 103 millions. The population will be. So Cairo, Giza, Calliopeia is 25% from the Egyptian population in this area. Yes. So what we will do after not after 1 year, after 6 months, we must have real solutions. Real solutions must be provided immediately.
For the distribution of the population, in order to do such an issue, you should provide them with appropriate work.
Yes.
All over Egypt.
Yes, all over Egypt.
Creating job opportunities or creating new projects would be a first.
Yes, and all step. This must be, we must provide it to the other governments like Saudi government, to Saudi investors, and also we have the southeast. The southeast, because in the X years we are complaining the people in south of Egypt immigrating to the north. We need the people to immigrate from the south to south to change the strategy and to create a real security and real development, real jobs. But if we will insist to create all things inside the political capital city, I mean Cairo, we will not achieve any kind of success.
Yes, and just achieve just traffic jam all the time.
And the second file, Dr. Biblawi will talk about the security of GCC.
This is, I guess, number one for attracting any kind of investments worldwide, that they need to see stability and security prevailing in the country in order for them to come and invest in such a country. I mean, here we all know that the capitals or the capitals and money, and the shareholder of them is always cowed. Not cowed by the meaning of that, but he cows into what can happen to this to his capital or to his money. And it's his right anyway.
All the owners of these or that capitals, they are looking for safe places to move all over the world. But when you have the power, When you have the power, you have a strong army. That means you have security. It's a kind of this point can attract others, but we need to achieve a political stability inside the country. Other countries sometimes they don't have a strong army like like Egyptian army can control the country in less than 1 hour to achieve security and stability. But we need to work hard to achieve a political stability, then to go to the political file to achieve a progress in this.
Indeed, and I guess we're on the track since we ratified the first step of the roadmap, which was the constitution, going forward to the second step, which would be presidential elections.
Yes, that is.
Ram online, and I guess here it says Egypt independent first, and it says Egypt summons Qatari chargé d'affaires in protests. It says Foreign Ministry spokesman Ambassador Badr Abdelati has announced that Qatari chargé d'affaires to Egypt was summoned on Tuesday in order to deliver a letter of protest to his country as the Qatari ambassador is not in Egypt. He also said that another letter was sent earlier to highlight the necessity of achieving requests by Egypt, the Arab world and international police of extraditing Egyptian fugitives and stopping violations against Egypt, referring to statements by Sheikh Youssef Al-Qaradawi. And yes, Qatar is the one that has one fugitive, Egyptian fugitive, and he is supposed to be in Egypt for trial, but yet Qatar is comforting him. So I guess that's not the only issue that we can speak about, but about also the hostile manner of some of their own satellite channels. What's your comment?
If we will talk, unfortunately, we talk about Arab countries. Of course, they force us to talk here about this because they are working against our national security and against our country directly. But Qatar equal nil, equal nothing. Qatar is just a safekeeping finance. To finance the American project in the Middle East only because the United States administration can't finance and this money can't take approval via American Congress. So the game in United States, not in Qatar. If we will stop United States, Qatar will stop. That is frankly because Qatar is playing a role ordered and backed by United States. If we will talk actually about the power of Qatar, it's nil, nothing, just a safekeeping for money, nothing else, and not working against Egypt only. 2 days ago, Youssef Qaradawi issued states against the United Arab Emirates, and also the relations between the GCC countries and Qatar is not so good, but at least it will be the worst relations between Qatar and the other 5 GCC countries and this group for the previous years. And Qatar is playing another game, is trying to attract Iran, to have a strong relation with Iran, to play by the Iranian card against Saudi Arabia and the Emirates and the Kuwait. They are playing a very dangerous role in this area, and this role backed by United States of America, because also United States is playing a new role now to have a new economic relations with the Iranian government. And yesterday the French companies went to visit Tehran to search for a new investment projects. So there is a new
rapprochement between the United States and Iran, and that would reflect heavily on the Arab regions.
So we have to work against the one who has the decision. Qatar, as I said, equal nil, nothing. and we should have our own plan. And I'm sure that the real Egyptians will give to Qataris a new lesson, will never forget it.
Actually, Qatar is not null, because we can't say that about a country that has all that quantity of money. Unfortunately, Qatar is not very much aware that the United States have never kept its promises towards the leaders of the countries, and it has played the same game with Saddam Hussein, with Muammar Gaddafi, with Hosni Mubarak, and all the previous.
But let me say in this
leaders.
point,
But
let me say, Qatar is apart from the American game in this area, like Turkey,